Yo, what is going on, everybody? This is Mitchell, and today Justin and I will be discussing about saying I'm sorry, what it means to be truly apologetic. We do these Instagram lives every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern time. And if you guys find this video content of value, you guys can show your appreciation by donating any amount that you feel is equal to the value of this video. Our details will be in the description and on the screen. Also, a quick little note, Justin's PayPal is spelled a little bit differently, and he will help adjust that for you guys. I can't adjust it right now, but we will get into that later. But also, if you guys have any questions or concerns, feel free to send us a direct message, and we will respond to you guys as soon as possible. And without further ado, I am going to add Justin on the line. So if you guys could just hang on for just 1 second. What's up? What's up, other Justin? How you doing? What's up, Shamari? Okay. How's everybody doing? What's up, Yaku? What's good? All right. So yeah, for the people that's just joining in, I spelled Justin's PayPal completely wrong, which explains a lot of things. And we should have taken care of that a little bit earlier, but we'll do it for our next show. Good, about to work out before work. Nice. Oh, you like? Nice. Yeah, we just waiting for Justin. Yo, what's up, JR? How you doing? We still have to do our Zoom talk too, by the way, JR. All right, Justin, I see you. I am going to add you in. Yo.
What's good, man? How you doing?
What's good? I'm good. I'm doing all right. How about you, Justin?
I'm good. I see you. I heard you apologizing. You know, you're supposed to be my boy. You don't even know how to spell my handle, but that's okay. That's okay.
That explains a lot, Justin. Explains a lot.
Does it? I just figured people didn't like me, so it's all right. You know, it was all right.
And to be fair, it has been on the screen for a while.
No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't.
The Pokemon cost me about $170. Yeah, Yaku and I we were talking about some Pokemon earlier.
Oh, Yaku got you into Pokemon now, Yaku?
No, he into investing. But yeah. What's up?
Good.
What's up?
Good time.
Lassa.
What's up, everybody?
Sarah, how you doing? Just waiting for people to come on in. For the people just coming in, Justin's PayPal is spelled incorrectly. We will adjust that. We will adjust that in the next episode. But for now, we will be talking about saying I'm sorry, what it means to be apologetic. And not the whole I'm sorry you feel that way. That is not an apology. If anything, that's like an insult.
Yeah, you should get punched in the face.
Yeah.
For hearing that or telling anybody that. If someone tells you that, I say you have all right to poke them in the eye.
I don't promote violence. We got trouble in here. What is up, Trouble?
What's up?
What's up,
Yeah,
Trouble?
if someone comes up there, hey, well, I'm sorry you feel that way. You just walk right up to them in the two, like the snake, just hard.
Just hit him in the eye.
Real quick, yeah. They'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry you feel that way, huh? I'm sorry you feel that way. You feel that way."
Yeah. You know what? Let me ask you guys this question before we even get started. Has anyone ever said that to you? And how did you feel? What did it make you want to do to that person? We're not promoting violence or anything, but I'm just saying.
I promote violence sometimes.
Sometimes?
Yeah.
Yeah. And throughout the show, I'm just gonna be announcing that we got your PayPal wrong. Otherwise, I don't want people's hard-earned money being donated to you. What is it, Justin? Let me pin it. How do you spell your PayPal?
HYP.
HYP.
ER.
HYPER.
IEOUS. You forgot an E. But it's a made up name anyway, so it's not
Yeah.
like I could be that mad at you. You know what I mean? It's not in the dictionaries or nothing. So, it's all good on that front. But like I said, we
Okay.
boys. I see.
Okay. Let's do
Where I
that. Let's
rank.
do that. Okay. People already know I spelled it wrong. Saying, are we talking about saying I'm sorry? Violence, left, right, center.
It's also in my link tree, so that way you ain't even gotta like.
There you go.
Yeah, you ain't even gotta
Well,
like
I'm
go
sorry
to it like that. You can
for
click my profile, click that, and you'll be fine. So it's all good. You're not sorry. You're sorry. I feel sorry.
sorry you feel that way, Justin. Sorry you feel
It's
that
all
way.
it's all
Um,
good, man. It's all good.
we get it right next time for sure. We get it right next time. But yeah, I think we already got enough people in here right now. So you want to start off with the first thing that we got down, Justin?
Yeah.
Here it is.
Go ahead.
I know it's a little bit small, but I'm gonna let you guys
Basically,
try it.
hey John, what's up,
Hmm.
Simon? What's up, everybody?
What's good,
Thank y'all for
Simon? How you
joining
doing?
in.
Thank you for coming in.
Uh,
Hmm.
Basically, like outside the title, it's about
Hmm.
apologizing, saying I'm sorry, what it means, how hard it is.
Hmm.
The first
Hmm.
point I like to make,
Hmm.
through my research on this, for some, an
Hmm.
apology often feels like an admission that they are inadequate, like there is
Hmm.
something inherently wrong with them, rather than having made a
Hmm.
mistake.
Hmm.
Basically, meaning that some people they have a problem apologizing because instead of just looking at it as, hey, I messed up or I may have hurt you in this
Hmm.
isolated incident, they look at
Hmm.
it as like myself, my being. They internalize it as like I'm
Hmm.
completely fucked up.
Hmm.
I'm completely messed up. I
Hmm.
am wrong
hmm
as a person,
hmm
and
hmm
yeah, internalize it. And it's almost a denial.
hmm
Um, yeah.
Like, there's something wrong with that person rather than just what they're sorry for what they've done.
Yeah, it's like it's something wrong with them
Hmm.
internally
Hmm.
rather than like the situation
Hmm.
or the
Hmm.
action.
Hmm.
We all make mistakes. We all have
Hmm.
stuff that we should apologize for at
Hmm.
times. You make up an innocent mistake. Maybe it's unknown. Many
Hmm.
reasons, but yeah, it's there
Hmm.
are
Hmm.
those times where people just feel like if they have to apologize, it's saying like everything about them are wrong. It's almost
Yeah, which is
insecurity.
not
That's the
true.
word I'm looking for. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
which is not
apologizing
wrong.
for an isolated incident, not
Yeah.
just
So
a
it's
blanket. I'm a bad person.
okay.
What's
You
up,
ready?
Julie?
What's up, Julie? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna move on to to our next slide, which is
Yeah. And the second point is some think apologizing first is a mission of guilt and responsibility for the entire conflict that
hmm
involved wrongs on both sides.
hmm
So basically,
hmm
what they're saying is, if some people think that if they apologize first, they're taking responsibility for the
for
whole
both.
argument or the
Yes.
whole
Hmm.
situation
Hmm.
and exonerating the other person from any kind of wrongdoing and any
hmm
responsibilities from it.
hmm
Which is not healthy and not
No, that's
good
not
on
healthy at
any
all.
level. I
Hmm.
mean,
Hmm.
in any situation, it's it's
Hmm.
two people interacting. So,
Hmm.
someone always has like some kind of partial blame for it.
Hmm.
And we'll talk about like maybe strategies to avoid
Hmm.
that
hmm
later.
hmm
Um, and like we got tips and stuff to try to help
hmm
apologize.
hmm
Yeah, if you're trying to keep a relationship together, then you have to say sorry even when you are right. See, I used to think that, but I disagree with that. I disagree with that because I think that starts to build up resentment, and then I think it sets a dangerous precedent where you just start to say like, "I'm sorry," just to
Just
keep
to
the
say
peace.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, just to keep the
Hmm.
peace. I'm sorry, and then which is something we're going to talk about a little later also.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
Uh, Julie saying I'm not sorry for anything because I don't pick up her calls. Yeah, no, I do agree with what you said earlier. I don't totally agree completely with what Yaku put, but I can see where Yaku's coming from though. I do see where it's coming from, but also it might come off like, oh, have to apologize just so that I could try to keep the peace. And you want to be completely honest with each other too. So you don't want to just say sorry. And that's something that we both done in the past. And our next slide is going to be on Starbucks. So we both worked at Starbucks, and we were working for customer service, and you and I, we both apologize way too many times for something that we don't really need to apologize for, Justin.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
customer service,
thank you,
man.
Real.
Like,
Yeah.
what's up? What's up? Yeah, it's customer service. I got to the point, and I did that for a very long time. So I would apologize for stuff that I didn't care about to the point, and the reason we bring this up is like to the point, I would apologize to the point where saying I'm sorry it didn't mean nothing to me.
Oh,
at
yeah,
all.
yeah.
I could tell, no, I'm sorry, I ain't mean nothing. Like you could have
Yeah.
got hit by a bus later that day because I'm sorry. Like I
I'm
didn't
sorry.
yeah, like I
Or,
really
oh,
didn't
you
care.
made my
It meant
drink wrong.
nothing. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like I wasn't sorry, I didn't care. But the significance of that though is that at that point it did start to bleed over into my personal life where I would just say I'm sorry and walk away from things without even thinking about it or considering it.
Yeah.
Like analyzing any part. It's like I'm not sorry. I don't care. And it would, and even in those situations, it would have been better for me to say I don't care about this, to just be like, oh, I'm sorry, and keep going, because it's like at least I'm honest with the I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did Rio say? He said, apologize to the point where the whole friendship grows apart, though. What do you mean by that?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean by just, or are you saying like I'm sorry, and then like eventually they start looking down on you, and then they don't respect you? Is that what you're aiming towards? Customers always right, apparently. No, they're not. No, they're
No,
not.
customers are not always right. Customers
they're
are
not.
wrong at times, and they should know.
And they should know that,
Especially
yeah.
when you're dealing with something like that. Customer service. It's coffee. It was legal cocaine. Let's be honest here. You get people fiending.
It's legal cocaine.
They act like like, oh, I need my. They all complaining and cranky.
Yeah.
And stuff, and there was. It would be something as simple as like, I wanted non-fat, and they didn't say anything about wanting non-fat. I know because I just took the order and repeated it 3 minutes ago. And then but then it's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. You didn't say it.
Sorry,
It's just
you messed up.
It is what it is. And like I said, that's it seems small. It seems like inconsequential at first, but then it just got to the point where I would even do that in my own personal life. Oh, you didn't do this, so I done that. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't sorry. I didn't care. I just wanted people to leave me alone.
Because like on to the next. And a lot of the times, while we were working at Starbucks, the people making the drink aren't the people that's writing down the drinks neither. It's the people that's already taking the order, and they might have missed it. They might have missed the whole, oh, I want it non-fat, but instead you made it with 2% milk. And then it's not your fault because you made exactly what was on the cup. And surprisingly, what surprises me is people can taste non-fat and 2%. But I mean, that's a different story on its own, right? But it is not your fault. You didn't make it wrong. So if anything, next time maybe you could just address it to the person that's putting it on a cup instead of just apologizing for it. Because then you will always apologize, and it will be an ongoing thing, right?
Yeah, well, it's more also just being mindful of what you're actually apologizing for. Like I said, I would just say it because I just wanted people to leave me alone, and I wanted to do what I wanted to do. I was like, let me do this. I'm not trying to hear your sob story about your milk. It was a mistake.
Yeah.
I'll fix it, But you know how it is when you work customer service. That ain't good enough for some people. Some people want you to suffer because, they're terrible people, So it's like, oh, I'll just say I'm sorry just to kind of get ahead of all that. Like, I ain't trying to hear it.
I'm done.
I don't care about your day. I really don't care about your drink. I don't care about you. I got to make this money. And somehow I got to make sure you leave with a smile on your face, even though you are a miserable piece of trash, So, it is what it is. Hold on, what did Real say? I want to read this real quick, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
When you keep apologizing for foul shit, it comes to a point where both parties won't speak, basically crossing the line over and over
Mm-hmm.
again. Well, yeah, and I think that goes. He said, "I've done this with my closest friends and fam,
Mm-hmm.
just taking it to a person." No, but that kind of goes. That was going to lead into kind of where we was going and stuff too, where
Mm-hmm.
it was. Yeah, you apologize for stuff without any kind of
Mm-hmm.
reflection about what you should be
Mm-hmm.
apologizing for. But if you
Yeah.
should apologize, and if you don't take time to think about it, then you
Mm-hmm.
just repeat those same errors. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? That
Yeah.
same action, and that's not good, healthy, or any of that.
And it bleeding onto your personal life, it's a bad habit. It's a bad habit to kind of have, just to say I'm sorry for
Mm.
things you're not really sorry for. And I didn't really see the importance of when people say like, why are you sorry? You didn't do anything wrong. And you will even respond to like, oh, I'm sorry to that. It's like, yeah, that's when I started realizing. I was like, okay, maybe there's a reason why people are saying this. Um, there was a little bit more to what Julie said earlier. She said, customers write my ass. They get earful from Julie. And then let's see. No wonder Starbucks can't spell my name. And then JR said, I was at, oh, okay. So JR used to work at Starbucks too as well,
Cool.
SFO. 3 years, best job I ever, best job, experience learning all the service skills, meeting new culture and people, networking, apologizing, and been sorry to do different things.
Yeah, and that's actually a good point. Apologizing and being sorry are two different
Mm-hmm.
things. I think the problem is they are
Mm-hmm.
so super related that it can get conflated.
It's
You
like
know,
hearing and listening.
yeah, like you can, hey, I apologize for this situation. It came out wrong. But I think being I'm sorry is a bit of a being sorry for something is a deeper, more emotional, reflective, and introspective, like feeling and response. Yeah.
Let's see.
Real said, I've waited in the
In the
past,
past. Mm-hmm.
and the people assumed that I spit in their drinks, and I was already trying my nicest to treat them well. Whoa, Jesus,
Oh,
that sounds aggressive.
yeah. That went from this to like, yo, what's going on?
Let's
We're
see.
just gonna keep spelling your name, Juliet. What's up, Carter? How you doing?
Yeah, what's up, Carter, man?
Yeah.
And then Real says, "What if being an asshole is just your genes and it's nothing you can? Yeah, you can always do
You can
something
always
about
try to
that.
change that. We can always
Yeah,
try to change
you
that.
don't have to be that. You can always work on that.
Yeah,
It can
but
be hard. I do think some people are a bit more prickly than others at times, but yeah.
well, the point of this is like to not let it bleed on into your personal life. Well, you don't want it to be a bad habit. That's the goal. And that's something that I've learned, and that we've learned after the whole customer service.
Yeah, yeah, I know. It wasn't until I left that job and then I got away and was able to reclaim some of my humanity. I
Yeah,
stopped like
yeah,
hating Christmas. I stopped hating folks as much,
yeah.
and I was able to look back and think of like, yeah, I think I can't remember exactly what happened, but I think something happened, and I actually had to apologize. Like I actually apologized, and it was like I actually had time to think about it. It wasn't just, I apologize, 20 times a day for some meaningless trivial crap. It was like, oh, okay, yeah, you know what, I am sorry about this. Like I've been saying I'm sorry a lot without giving it any thought. So yeah, but yeah, it wasn't until I was kind of removed from the customer service world, which I will say everyone should work. Everyone should have to work at least a year of customer service in their life, just
to understand it.
Yeah.
I want to say it was also the job too, because we were getting so much pressure from like the other end that like we didn't want to deal with any of the customer part if we didn't have to.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's funny because at that point you're taking a. I'm trying to think how I want to say it. It's difficult because what you have is like corporations, but they want to basically monetize and fake a human interaction, but they still want like those robotic standards. So you get all this crap conflated. It's like, oh, we want you to be nice and make them feel welcome and do all this, but do it all under 2 minutes and 40 seconds because you know what I mean. So you get a lot of that stuff coming in, and then everyone's people. You have good days, you have bad days. So it is rough, man.
And
Keep
Julie had a bad experience in United States. She's from the UK, everybody, and awful service, she said. And then Rio said, keep labeling me as a quote unquote fake nice guy. He was like, I am a nice guy. I mean, okay, here's another thing that's a little off topic, Rio, but maybe take a little, take a little bit of responsibility in that too. Like maybe there's something, and there's a different topic, but maybe try to something about what you're putting out isn't coming off as genuine enough for them. Maybe there's something that they're not buying. So maybe there's some way, some things you could tweak, some words you could say. Maybe it's the tone, whatever it may be, to try to convince them better next time. What Yaku say?
You will have a healthier, longer life if you do apologize sincerely.
Sincerely.
Not letting things
Oh yeah,
go.
yeah, for sure.
No, hold on to that anger, man. It powers you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That bitterness, that spite,
That bitter.
it can lead you to greatness. You know what I mean? Don't, if someone do you wrong, let them, they're dead to you. Cut them out your life forever. Hit them with that scar. Hit them with that Mufasa, that scar. You know what I'm saying?
Coming
Mufasa
from, Justin?
always shoot a scar like a second class citizen.
Where all this coming from?
You know what I'm saying? And with the time that the tables was turned, Scar got in that ass and like just let him fall. You know what I mean? So yeah. Huh?
Well, all this coming from Justin. Taking a Vegeta angle.
But it's never raise your voice when dealing with customers. I've raised my voice as a customers in my life. I ain't gonna sit here and act like I never did. It's hard. Like I said, we are people.
Yeah, I would wish I didn't, but there were some points in my life where I had to raise some. Not just the customers too. It's just some people I've been working with. Justin, you witnessed that. We don't need to name no names, but
oh yeah, I remember you raising your voice at some folks. Mitchell getting buck at people. That's when I started respecting you. Actually, I was like, oh man, this man's a little angry. You weren't sorry that day, was you?
No, I was not. No, I was trying to be nice. That person didn't appreciate it. Ended up pointing fingers at me too. Made it worse. Lion King real quick. All right, so let's move on to the next slide, okay? Which is the question of the day. Have you ever found yourself apologizing for the sake of apologizing? I want you guys to kind of just think about that and see and ask yourself, do you just apologize just like how we were doing that when we were in customer service earlier? And, really reflect on that, because you don't want that to be bleeding into your personal life too. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's something I think we've all done before. Apologize and didn't really mean it, or maybe just said it just to diffuse the situation or something like that.
Yeah.
It's definitely something I think that's relatable to a bunch of people, to everyone.
Okay, so we have some tips for you guys, some tips for apologizing. And I know Julie's going to say I spell apologize wrong. I know she's going to attack me with that. Let's see. Oh, Yaku was like, yes, all the time in customer service position.
Oh, yeah. Customer service will make you hate people.
Oh.
I had a solid, 4-year stint where I truly hated people. I thought about mass extermination of just people, indiscriminately, like wiping out cities. I would cheer if it was like a movie where the bad guy wiped out a coast. I'd be like, I get it. I had some dark times post customer service, just dealing with folks all the time.
I'm glad you don't work for customer, but I feel like people should understand the customer service side too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, they definitely should.
It's one.
They definitely should. Sorry,
we're from the U.S. We spell apologize with the Z, not the S. So I'm not gonna apologize for that.
Yeah, don't apologize. That's not
Nah. Moving on. All right, let's see. So, Justin, this
Yeah,
is
some tips for apologizing.
mhm,
Um, no, the number one thing I think, especially to help like have heartfelt apologies, is be specific about
mhm,
what you are apologizing for. You know,
mhm.
uh, I'm sorry, freaking, Justin. Remember, you had to apologize for being black. Yeah, I've had to. Um, yeah, be very specific about what you're apologizing
Yeah.
for. I do my best to try to start with just blanket. Oh, I'm sorry, because that's just kind of in the
Mhm,
ether. I think it
mhm,
shows like a lack of thought. I think it shows like you haven't really, considered what you
mhm,
may or may not have done to somebody. It also,
mhm,
it kind of with that point that we was talking about earlier, why people want to apologize. Like it
mhm,
keeps you from exonerating that person from 100% of their wrongdoing.
mhm, mhm,
If we talked before the example of like, so you get in an argument, you raise your voice to someone
mhm,
you didn't really want to raise your voice to, and
mhm,
or shouldn't have. It's like, hey, I am sorry
mhm,
for raising my voice at you.
mhm, mhm.
You know, um, you never apologize for
Mhm.
squat.
The law never
That
apologized.
law
Yeah.
never. Nah, but
Mhm,
yeah, just being very specific. It's not like you're not backing off from your point. You're not conceding that this person is right on whatever the
mhm,
argument was. You're not taking unnecessary blame or responsibility for
mhm,
anything, but you are
mhm,
acknowledging
mhm,
the fact that you overstepped and maybe caused, harm, undue,
mhm,
unintentional or otherwise. But you felt like, hey,
mhm,
I'm sorry for raising my voice. So be
mhm,
very specific about what you apologize for.
mhm, mhm,
Yeah. The next one is
mhm.
acknowledgement. Basically, basic. Sometimes you gotta be sorry for
What?
kicking baby. But you ain't never gotta be sorry for that. Okay. Sometimes they need to learn. Um,
What? Yeah.
Acknowledgement.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
that's basically just saying like I have done wrong. That's
Yeah, yeah.
I've done wrong or I've hurt you in some way, whether
Mhm,
intentional or not. Just stating what it is and taking responsibility for it.
mhm,
Sincerity,
mhm,
yeah, just
mhm,
that's basically like it's no agenda other than
mhm,
to like mend like the damage that may have
mhm,
occurred. So like yeah, you're just sincere. Like I'm not saying I'm
mhm,
sorry because I want you to be happy. I'm not saying I'm sorry to get something from
mhm,
you later. I'm not
mhm,
apologizing because I want you to admit something. I am apologizing
mhm,
because I just want
mhm,
to mend like yeah, whatever wrongs
mhm,
were,
mhm. And you
done
don't
to
want
you.
to. And what I liked about when you said sincerity was also you don't want to come off from a place where you're being sarcastic because at that point you must just keep your mouth shut if you're gonna be sarcastic.
Yeah, I've been in that like those arguments
Mhm,
before or
mhm,
those debates where the person like, well, I'm sorry then.
mhm.
It's like they ain't sorry. And then they're like, well, I apologize. What's the
Yeah,
man?
yeah,
It's like if
yeah.
I could throw you out of a window right now, and maybe that'll get my point across. Maybe that'll help get my point across.
Yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
I could say I'm sorry. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
It's like
yeah. And then you're sorry.
I'm sorry both your legs ain't
Yeah.
working no more, but I'm sorry. What's the matter? I apologize. To hit it with that. So definitely one of
Yeah,
those.
yeah. Mitchell hurt Julie but never apologized. I never hurt you. So I don't need to apologize. Um
And then
but yeah.
the last one is non-reactivity. Basically, like resist the temptation that
Mhm,
they allow you to finish if they interrupt your apology. You know how you start to try to apologize. Someone starts like you know. I think just not reacting, letting them say what they got to say, letting them get it out. Because it is emotional. It is an emotional
yeah.
response.
Mhm,
Um,
mhm,
and you're like I said, you're coming to a so let them say their piece. Give them a chance to
mhm,
express
mhm, mhm.
themselves without fear of like retaliation or any kind of
Yeah.
defensiveness or nothing. Be open
Mhm,
to that,
mhm,
and then yeah, just
mhm,
let them have their piece. Let them say what they say, and then reinstate. Hey, I just want to apologize because I raised
mhm,
my voice.
mhm,
So yeah,
mhm. And then let's see some comments. It is all Julie calling me evil. I like this. You know what? This
Mitchell don't
roast. This
trust me.
roast.
Mitchell don't even know what true evil really is. Okay. He doesn't know. He's too kind.
Marina,
What's up?
Marina,
What's
how are
up?
you?
He's too kind for that. Like I said, there was a point
Yeah.
during customer service where I would
Hello. Yeah.
apologize where you just wish for the worst. You wish for the worst. No, I got customer stories for you, man. I was in a bad place for a little while when it came to like dealing with folks. I used to work out. I would work out. My motivation was the chance that I would just get to whoop a customer's ass sometimes. Like that was like my motivation. I had like fantasies of like how I would mess up each customer based on the station I was at. You know what I mean? It was all
Like,
bad.
so
Like if I was ringing people up on the PSO monitor, and they was being nasty. And this isn't like just, and don't get me wrong, this isn't just people being like a little short or nothing. I'm talking about, you deal with some real nasty people, some people who got real attitude problems that never been smacked before or punched. But my dream was
tell
like,
them, Justin.
as they were like being rude and I could just like reach up really fast and grab the back of their head and slam it on the counter like super fast, like boom. And then when I hit them, I would pick them up and like dust them off, like straighten them up, like nothing happened.
You all right?
And then just keep moving, like I ain't did nothing, like ain't nothing ever happened. That was a dream of mine.
Yeah, yeah.
I had another where like if we was making drinks,
small coffee. Yeah.
Or if I was making drinks, I was steaming milk, I would just like throw the hot milk in their face real quick, and when they go back, just like reach and bring them over, and like beat them with the. No, it was all bad, man. It was all bad. I needed a vacation, folks. All right, I needed a vacation.
Well,
I got that vacation too.
I'm glad these are thoughts. I'm glad these were only thoughts, Justin.
I mean, listen. The thing, I'm definitely afraid of prison. All right, that kept me from doing like a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The fear of prison, because I can't make it in there. All right, that ain't for me.
You can't. If you can't, what makes you think anyone can anybody make it in there?
Some people are built for it. I'm not built for it. All right. Some people are built for the prison life. They go in. It don't matter. Look, it don't matter. Because I am tall. So yeah. It was a bad look. It was a bad look.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a tangent. I apologize for that, people.
No, it's all good.
A little look inside to my customer service experience. And the funny, what's funny about it is I'm actually really good at dealing with people, I think. Like I am. But like at this point, I was stressed. I was tired. We had management issues after, after a certain period of time, new management, because you deal with that crap. And I was just like, you know what?
Yeah.
You know what?
JR, you know what we're talking about. You make drinks for people.
But I did learn a lot. Not to JR's point, though. I did learn a lot. I learned a lot about customer service. I learned a lot about just people in general. Like, it's insane what people would tell you.
Yeah, I don't know why people think you spitting drinks in there, spitting in their drinks. But
that's
something you might need to clarify.
Like what happened?
Yeah, like people didn't like us, but they never assumed that we did it, or they never outright said it. So maybe we're lucked out. Who knows?
Yeah, that's something. That's something a little bit more extreme.
Yeah, and to our moving on to our next slide. Apologize one time and one time only, and then move on from that. And there's a reason why you want to just apologize one time. And so for our next slide, it is because when you apologize once, and it's only because frequent apologies is seen as weakness, and it's usually coming from a place of fear, not from a place of you being truly, truly apologetic.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, that's a big thing. That's a huge thing and a huge point. Just apologizing out of fear. Fear of making someone upset, fear of losing somebody, just fear in general. I don't think that's beneficial, and it's hard because it's I think it is a natural like human response in a lot of ways. Like, oh, this is wrong, I want to fix it, or I'm scared of this, of losing this, or messing this up, so I want to fix it. But just needlessly apologizing, it's a bad look overall.
Yeah. And it's not attractive, and we talked about what is attractive, and that's not attractive. What's up, Miss Moon? How you doing?
What is up?
Polar? Yeah. So, apologize once and mean what you say. Be sincere about it and move on.
Yeah.
Yep. So here's a framework, and this is something that I've watched too. It's a TED Talk by a guy named Jahan. I put the link right there. So if you guys want to, just type it in, that's going to be the timestamp. But Jahan talked about the framework of the why, because, and the and. Julie's like, did I get the topic from Jordan Peterson? There she goes again. So the why, because, and. So that's the framework, and we're gonna give you an example on the next slide, and this is how it is. Okay. So example, what you were saying earlier was like raising your voice in public, right, to your significant other or so. So the apology it's the why. So you're sorry. So the why is I'm sorry for raising my voice. And then you move on to the because, which is I should not have snapped at you. And then you moving on to the end, which is, so next time I will control my temper. So then that's the type of framework where that person really understands why you are sorry, and you're not just sorry just to, make amends and just so that you can keep the peace, or it's coming from a place of fear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I think that's a great, like you said, framework, a breakdown. That's like, it's a genuine apology. Is a are you genuine? What are you apologizing for, and why? And how will you do your best to try not to, like offend again?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's very useful. Very useful.
Let's see. Okay. And this is we're going in before we start talking about you guys a little bit more, but if you're on the receiving end of the apology and you accept it, you have to let it go. You just gotta let it go. You can't, and I put that in bold and star. You can't use that as leverage. So it's not something that you want to bring back up. And what's up, Eddie? How you doing? It's not something that you want to bring back up and basically using it as leverage, because how many times have you, to your significant other, how many times have they brought back something from the past, trying to use it against you, even though when you tried to like apologize for that from before?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. If you accept an apology, you gotta let it go. That's part of, in my opinion, that's part of accepting it. Hey, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
Hold on. What is going on in this chat?
Yeah, Julie's been roasting you hardcore.
Yeah. Okay, we all know that. Thank you, Eddie. Eddie, Mr. Senior Boy, Yaku. I'm sorry, I'm coming.
But you made me. but you
made me do this.
You made me do this to you. That's a hardcore Eddie. I saw Eddie. Dog, I saw you blew up on TikTok, man. I don't have a TikTok, but I saw your post, man. Congratulations, man. That's phenomenal. You're a talented dude, though, so much deserved, man. I'm happy to see your success. I'm going to lie and tell people I was on the ground floor of it. All right, so what else?
What did JR say?
One of the mistakes I've learned in my relationship is saying sorry just to avoid escalating behavior that leads to potential toxic arguments without being sincere. Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about, man. Like I am real guilty of past relationships, just saying like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, and I'm like, I don't want to hear it. I knew, I think dudes do this a lot where you play the argument out in your head and where it's going to go. It's like you just want to avoid it because you just, for whatever reason, maybe it's that you just don't want to deal with it. So, which is bad, but it, definitely agreed. Yeah, agreed. If you accept an apology, most definitely got. Yeah. Oh yeah, of course.
You got to move on from that. You can't.
Yeah,
you can't use that as leverage. It's
dead. It's a dead. In my opinion, once you say, I accept your apology," or "Don't worry about however you accept it," it's dead. You let it go. You move forward. Don't try to use that against that person, because that's cruel. Let's be honest, that's cruel. Yeah.
And there's a reason why this framework resonated to me, was because when he was saying it, and he didn't say it, or Jahan didn't really say it, but what I took into was the whole time that you were apologizing, right? The why, the because, and the and. It is not about you. It is the reason why you're apologizing to that person, and you're saying that sincerely.
Mhm.
This is a sincere. This is not, you made me do this. Like that.
Yeah, no, yeah,
That's
definitely,
yeah.
definitely.
It's not coming from a place that's like a selfish place. Like I see what is going on. I see what is wrong, and I apologize for that.
Yeah, no,
Um,
definitely,
and yeah,
definitely. Yeah, yeah,
hmm
it's not about making
that's
yourself necessarily feel
hmm
better, but it's about
hmm
acknowledging a wrong you
what
committed,
you did. Yeah.
and
hmm
yeah, and trying to make amends for it.
hmm hmm
And I mean, and I want to say, if you feel better in the process, that's awesome. I
hmm
mean, you did
hmm
something. But I don't think an apology first
hmm
and foremost should be like, oh, I feel bad, so I want to make myself feel better.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a
hmm
healthy way to look at it.
hmm
Yeah,
I have a
the
question
whole
for you, Justin.
yeah,
Oh
knock
yeah, go
yourself
ahead
out,
first.
man. No, no, no. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Um, so my question to you is, you know how the whole alpha male mindset, right? That whole alpha male, where
Mhm.
a lot of people would say, don't ever apologize. Don't ever apologize because it makes you look weak as a man. Like you lose attraction. Um, it emasculates you. What do you feel on that? What are your thoughts on that topic?
I mean, y'all know how I feel about the whole concept of alpha male. Anyway, I don't like it.
hmm
I
hmm
think it's the opposite. I think it's actually showing like vast weakness. If I know somebody, if I talk to somebody, or I witness somebody that's like I realize they never apologize, and usually
hmm
someone who never apologizes, that comes with certain personality traits.
hmm
That's somebody I'm like, oh, okay, they have a fragile ego.
hmm
You could you could exploit that. I can exploit someone with a fragile ego for whatever gains
hmm
I want. Not being able to admit your mistake. First off, you don't grow. You never grow from a
hmm
person. You have limited
hmm
re,
Limit.
relationships.
hmm hmm
Yaku just said the president. I mean, that was an example I was thinking about.
Yeah.
I didn't want to throw it
Yeah.
out there 'cause I didn't want to go get
Yeah.
super political. But I mean, that now he when I said that, that's the first dude who came to my mind. Yeah, you can't
hmm hmm
apologize for something. You can't acknowledge you made any
hmm
mistakes. It's the ultimate sign of weakness, man. It's fragile ego. It's
hmm
narcissism.
hmm
It's like you don't grow, you don't learn anything. Those are also the same
hmm
kind of people who are too, big or important to ask for help or to admit they don't know something. No one wants
hmm
to work with
hmm
somebody who never admits that they don't know something, or you know what I mean,
hmm
or
hmm
wants to listen and you try to
Yeah.
grow. Like no one wants to deal with that. So yeah,
hmm
I think it's a very limiting and damaging mindset
hmm
that should be
hmm
abolished. Because yeah.
What do you feel about the president, since that's the first person you thought of?
I feel a lot of
There's
ways
more.
about that dude, man. I mean,
Yeah,
that dude
yeah,
is
yeah.
oh, that man. He's a
hmm
piece of trash. You
hmm
know, um,
That's why there's so many troops
he
over there right now.
he is everything. He is
hmm
everything that everyone
hmm
thinks he is. The
hmm
dude is a hardcore
hmm
narcissist for show.
hmm hmm
He is, and all right. He's not stupid. I've said this
Oh yeah,
before,
for sure.
and I want to be
Yeah.
very clear with that
hmm
because a lot of people say he's stupid, he's an idiot. He is ignorant
He's
in
a
a lot of
mass
ways. Don't get it wrong, but he is a master in manipulating the
mastermind.
media.
Yeah.
He is one of those charismatic sycophants, if you will,
hmm
that
hmm
for some reason can radicalize
hmm
people with insane thoughts.
hmm
So I wouldn't want to diminish that dude
hmm
by saying that because it takes away how dangerous a person like that can really be.
Could be. Yeah,
But
yeah,
which we saw the results today. You know what I
yeah.
mean? We
Yeah,
saw
yeah,
what
yeah.
happened with the incident that we
hmm
spoke about, what, a week and
hmm
a half, 2 weeks ago. Um,
hmm
yeah. So, but yeah, it's just that is the worst
hmm
kind of person to have. It's that position that
hmm
like could ever happen. That
hmm
psychological profile, that kind of like it's saying
Yeah.
anyone who. Yeah,
hmm
the first off, the motherfucker is orange. Like that's not a healthy look. Like you look orange. Like that's. I mean, you need to,
It feels
just the fact
personal
that
right now,
someone could
Justin.
look
It's
like
feeling
that,
a little
and like you can
personal.
anyone who
Marina's
wakes
like, he's
up
stupid.
and looks in the mirror and says, "This is a good look," is mentally ill. Like you are orange, sir. That's not a shade that a person should naturally be. He looked like
It's like
the
Oompa Loompa.
father of Starfire from Teen Titans, who was just orange. He looked like a freaking mutant. So like it's like, no, yeah, like that's a bad look. So just that right there, you should question his mental stability. You know.
What
Yeah.
Yaku say? He
They
said, "You
had to,
saw." Yeah.
oh, I was gonna say, and we saw like the video where he was trying to dance to the music, where he was hitting. I was like, has he never heard music before?
Mm-hmm.
Like, who moves like it's just all bad.
Yeah.
That dude needs the old Yeller treatment. You know.
What did
Yeah.
Sarah say? She said, in relationships, say I'm sorry is something repetitive. Oh, what do you mean by that? Mr. Favorite president. Oh,
I'll
hell.
make the president
Yeah.
name.
Now, don't put words in my mouth. But
Mr. Trump.
yeah,
Trumpet. I like
Mr.
that.
Trumpet.
Trumpet is one.
Mr. Trumpet.
In relationships, say I'm sorry is something repetitive. I feel like I kind of get what they're saying. Yeah, but I think that's a bad thing, and that's kind of what I was saying. Where it was just in past relationships, I would just be like, "Oh, I'm sorry," not mean it, just saying it to say it, not really hearing anything out, not trying. If it, if I did do wrong, or if it was some bullshit, and I just know that like they was having a bad mood, and I just didn't want to deal with that. So like, yeah, that's unhealthy. I don't think any relationship should just have excessive apologizing.
Yeah.
What did you all say? Alpha males may have in a lot of facilities that tend to rely on validation and perception of others rather than do the right thing as to be sincere and apologizing. Omega mindset is what you, I don't know about the Omega mindset.
Omega, yeah, I need to.
Yeah, I've never heard of that, but I'm gonna have to look it up. But I definitely agree with the first part of your statement. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree with the first part of the statement. But yeah, it's just. No, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Oh no, it's like the whole one-sided thing versus like trying to learn from both sides and incorporate it and being an individual and try to actually make a bigger difference rather than just pulling on one side. It's not a tug of war of who wins.
Yeah.
Because what Jordan Peterson said. No, I was kidding.
Well, I mean, I mean, since we kind of are already on this road, like if you want to talk about insincere apologies, look at, I don't know how many of y'all saw the video of that crazy lady that accused that like 14-year-old black boy of stealing her phone in the hotel in New York. I
haven't seen that.
Dog, yeah. Anyway, she goes on Gayle King and gets interviewed, and it is just, it is insanity, dog. I laughed so hard at this interview, and she apologizes in there. And you talk about the most insincere, entitled, just non-understanding the situation, not taking any responsibility. It was insane, the level of like disrespect that this person had. And there was a lot of like, well, we both made mistakes, and it's like, no, these people came off the elevator and you were being crazy. You are the only one that made mistakes, And, it was just insane. She made herself the victim. Yeah. Which is impossible. You can't make yourself the victim and then at the same time try to apologize. Like it's contradictory. Like what is? Yeah, it is. That poor woman's lawyer, man. Oh man, I feel so bad for her lawyers because that lady was trying. She was trying. She even said she said in the most loyal way, like my client is a fucking idiot. Like
what did? Do you remember how she said it?
Yeah, she said that the woman's name was Mia. She's like, I don't think Mia can truly comprehend the gravity of the situation she's in. And I was like, that's just a very lawyerific way of saying my client's an idiot and don't understand that they're in real trouble.
Yeah. So like, there's nothing I can do to help you win this case.
Yeah. Like it was if you want a good laugh and just to be like, it just blown, like have your mind blown. Like watch the whole thing. Watch the initial interaction video that caused the firestorm. Watch her response to this. Like she was saying stuff on there. I was like, were we watching the same video? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy. It's crazy. In another world, I would have loved for the mom to be there. Like the boy's mom was so upset.
Mm-hmm.
She was like super upset, and like the boy's mom is like
Yeah.
straight Puerto Rican, so she would have put hands on.
Oh yeah.
She would put them real hands.
Once the camera's been put down.
Well, oh yeah, dog. It was. Yeah, watch it. I know you. Yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy. Anyway, I say all that, went on that tangent to say that's the perfect example of a horrible apology. You know, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was basically like you said earlier. Like, I'm sorry they felt that way. I'm
you
sorry
feel
you
that
felt
way.
that.
Yeah.
That's how that was like. What the hell is this, man?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
a good apology though can go a very long way to mending
a good apology. Good apology.
Mending relationships and admitting wrong growth, getting and people. It's surprising because like when you can see someone apologize for something and you can tell you can tell that they are sincere. Like even if you I feel like for most people, even if you do like harbor like strong ill intention parts, part of you at least can give them a little grace. Like at least they know they did wrong, and sometimes that's small step is all you need to like really try to move forward, man. So so there is power in like sincere really thought out apologies, just in life, man, and in relationships,
And I feel like as long as it's really sincere and you get your point across, the framework earlier that we talked about, it's something that like will help you get your point across better. But it doesn't mean it will come off sincere. That's another thing that I want to put out too, where if they don't feel like it's sincere, then it's like you don't even understand why you're apologizing. Kind of like you're trying to be the victim, but at the same time, it's like you're apologizing. It's like that doesn't make it's contradictory. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
and like
that's a great point.
And have you guys ever like what's the worst apology that you could think of off top that you could like put in the comments? I kind of want to know what kind of apologies have you guys had in the past, and you were like, man, this is BS. Like, I'm not buying this. And don't get me wrong too. Like, just because someone says they are sorry, it doesn't mean you have to accept the apology.
Oh yeah, listen, there is power in like hold on to that hate. You know what I mean? If someone apologize and they on their BS, you know what I mean? Or you just know they wronged you. And they try to apologize, and you ain't feeling it. You ain't got to accept it. You can look them in their eye, and you can tell them, "I wish for your downfall." Okay, I wish no prosperity on your house.
No prosperity.
I curse you and your seed and all those that come after you.
Voodoo doll.
Like,
this is a pin.
You can just like you can go ham on it. Listen, I ain't gonna front. I've been in situations. I've had a situation where someone apologized for me, and I told them like, I don't accept your apology. Like, I don't want your apology. I ain't gonna get like it means your apology means nothing to me. And and I meant that. Okay, I meant that. And I ain't gonna, and this is another thing. This is how you know this show is real. Because I ain't gonna come here and sit here and act like I'm above it all and I'm like the Buddha and the Dalai Lama. Like, you release negative energy because it brings you down. F that. All right. I hold on to some of that negative energy. All right. Because the world would be better without certain people. And you want to apologize, but you don't understand this is the significance of what you did or how far it went. I feel no. Or even if you do, if you look and you crying, I'm sorry, and I ain't feeling it. I don't care about your tear. I don't care. But cry more. All right, cry more. I want you to be dehydrated.
Just is a playing people. I like what JR said. One of the worst apologies I've heard was, "I'm sorry I made you feel that way." This is when you say you keep that apology to your goddamn self and stop talking.
Yeah. That's one of those things that you do, like if you dating somebody who's a toxic person and they act up at dinner and they're like, well, I'm sorry I made you feel that way. That's when you like, and I'm sorry you got to take the bus home. And you just leave.
I'm sorry for your legs being broken. What? And you just bash it.
That's violence against women, and I do not.
I never said, well, when did women get a part of this?
I do not condone that.
I don't.
So we just.
I never approved on you kicking babies.
we
coming back.
we kissing the Audible sponsorship goodbye. Is that what we
Yeah.
doing with that statement,
Yeah,
Mitchell?
we haven't said Audible. So yeah, Audible, give your boy Thumb Action, a little sponsor. Let's see. It's too late to apologize. Oh yeah, she's singing a song. Yeah, it's like you don't have to. You don't always have to accept the apology. That's another thing. It's really dependent on you. But if the apology comes off as very, very sincere, that's something that you could let go of. Then on the receiving end, you just got to really accept it and let that go. That's it.
If you say so.
Yeah.
Nah, all joking aside, if somebody sincerely apologize, I mean, you know. But once again, I would also say if you, but see that's where, well, all right, I may be exaggerating and stuff, but part of me is kind of true with that, where it's like, if you say I accept your apology, but you really still can't let it go, like you need to, because once you accept someone's apology, you have to let whatever they apologize and go, or you should. You should, but if you feel like you can't, maybe it's better for you not to, or be honest. Yeah. Look, I accept your apology, but it's gonna take me a minute to like get over this. Like I don't want to, I don't want to be resentful towards you going forward. So I need some faith. So that's something to think about. That's something I did not do. Like I said, I had a situation happen, and someone apologized, and I just looked at him like, I don't care about your apology. I ain't trying to be your friend. Apology don't, Yeah. Somebody actually said that too. Speaking like what JR was saying, I actually in that same, you know what I'm talking about. That was at that work.
Yeah, I know.
Back in the day, and they even said, "Well,
I know who that person is."
It's like, I'm sorry, you can't move past this, and I was like, "Yes," and boy, like let's just say,
if I could just, I'm sorry, you can't move.
Let's just
apologizing for your own feelings.
If that
I'm sorry, you suck.
If that person was put on fire in front of me, I wouldn't piss on them to put them out. Okay, that's how I felt about that person. All right.
I'm fine with accepting apologies, but after that, there it goes to me, never born.
Exactly, Yaku. I love that, man. Yaku, you just now took a step towards my side, the dark side of the force, man. Welcome. Okay, that's how it starts. That's how it starts. Welcome.
If everybody wants to step to the dark side, just message Justin. He's
good to finally have you over here, brother, after so many years.
So harsh. I wouldn't
Thank you.
That was a new side. That was a new side of you. But he don't kick babies. Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't do that. All right.
Yeah. No. This is a joke that we all have, which is not the best joke. So we might need to change that. Just kick babies. How to know if an apology is sincere?
Honestly,
I think it's a good question.
I think it's a few things. I think it's how you feel. I think it's the person presentation, and like, I think it's one of those almost unexplainable human interactions. Where you can feel like they're sincere. You see it in their eyes. Maybe how they body language. It's a lot of little
it's a lot of nuances.
Non-verbal communication. Body language.
Eye contact.
How they look at eye contact. Yeah, exactly.
Tone.
Inflection in their voice, tone. I think it's a lot of those, man. I really do. But the biggest tell, I think, is time. Where do they ever repeat the action that they're was sorry for in the first place? If it's constantly coming up and they still doing it, then obviously that didn't mean nothing. But if they make a sincere attempt to not do that again, I think that's the biggest tell.
Yeah,
I really do.
Getting called out.
Yeah,
called out
all the way.
Yeah, like an example is like if you say you apologize and you're like, I'm sorry for raising my voice, and then like next week you do that same thing again. It's like you're not really and at that point it's kind of like, well, I can't really take your, like, it's cry wolf.
Yeah.
I can't take your words serious no more.
I want to read what Jared said because I think this might be good.
You
You
go
can
ahead.
apologize with sincerity without apologizing for the right reasons, which is true, which is
Hmm.
really true.
Hmm.
Vice versa. True apology is sincerely realizing what is done wrong,
Hmm.
owning up actions, and being open to feedback. Yeah, no,
Yes.
exactly.
Hmm. Hmm.
Exactly.
That was
I
very good.
mean, yeah,
Yeah.
that's very good. And I think that's what
Solid,
it that's
solid point.
and
I need
he
to
actually
pin
brought up
that.
a very, very great
Hmm.
point. Well, yeah, you could be sorry and not be sorry or not even
What?
touch on whatever the incident was that might have
Hmm.
hurt or offended that other person.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
you're right, that's where communication really
Hmm.
comes in handy,
Hmm.
man. You know. Yaku, or if you're snickering while saying sorry or say sorry and then doing if you do that, that person is a psychopath and you need to leave
I'm
them alone.
sorry for
I'm sorry.
everything that I've
I'm
done.
sorry I did. You know what I'm saying? That's like, yo,
Yeah.
just say, hey, it's
100%.
all good. Then bounce out, boy, because yeah, they are crazy.
Mhm.
There are people who know how to act very well in that. Yes, they are. Those
Yeah,
people
those
are
are
usually
psychopaths.
sociopaths
Yeah.
and psychopaths. Like, yeah,
Hmm.
once again, you got to pick up on that. If you get
Hmm.
that weird feeling, trust it and bounce out,
Hmm.
because there are crazy people in the world. I just watched that Richard Ramirez documentary
Hmm.
on Netflix. That dude was
Hmm.
terrifying. Okay,
Hmm.
so the Night Stalker. Do you know who that is, Mitchell?
I
Do you know? Do
I
you know who
didn't
the?
watch it. Like there was like a little trailer. I saw
Mhm.
that a little bit, but I didn't watch the whole thing on Netflix. No.
Yeah. Well, let's just say he
Why?
was
Why?
terrifying. Gotta let it out. Mitchell ain't sorry
Th-
to you. You been doing her wrong or something, man. What'd you do?
I
Julie
think
been
she just
listening.
hit.
Julie been
She
listening
just
to that
hit.
'90s R&B. She been listening to that Mary
Is
J. Blige, boy.
it?
She ever heard singing "Not Gonna Cry No More." You
She,
know what I'm saying?
my friend, I'm not
uh,
gonna name any names, but my friend was like, I don't like her. All she does is scream, and I was like,
it's like,
he said, all she does is scream,
all she does is scream.
scream,
It's
man.
great. Yeah,
Mary J.
Julie been
Blige.
listening to that '90s R&B.
That 90,
No
Marina
more,
could relate. She was
no,
like, yeah, I
no,
know what you're talking about,
no
Mary
more,
J.
no more,
Blige.
no more drama. She doing fine. I'm
Too
doing
strong
fine
for
without
too
you.
long.
She be hitting all them
Without you,
hits,
baby,
boy.
hit that Sopranos.
Yeah, yeah, be coming out here roasty, man, putting it all
Oh my
out there.
God, yeah. You know,
You know.
it's always fun to have a little bit of entertainment. I don't mind being a guy, just being dragged under the bus at least 97% of the time about a conversation. But
They roast me.
yeah, no more drama. Yeah, no, yeah, nobody likes drama. We don't like drama, And if you could solve it, be sincere with your apologies. Use a framework if it helps you. Um, yeah,
Yeah,
and then maybe you could get your point across. That the point of the framework is to get your point across. And of course, I want to give like the credit to Jahan from the TED Talk. That's the link. Check it out. Is there anything else that you guys want to put in, Justin? Do you have anything that you would like to say as well?
no, I mean, I feel like we touched everything, man. We had great
Hmm.
feedback. So I really appreciate that, man.
Hmm.
It's great
Hmm.
points were
As
made that we,
Yeah.
some stuff that we didn't say that we I didn't even think about. So
Hmm.
yeah, just I
Hmm.
appreciate it. Thank y'all, man.
Hmm. Hmm.
Only apologize when it's sincere. If you accept the
Hmm.
apology, let it go. You don't have to
Hmm.
accept the apology though. You can look them
What
in the
What would you
eye.
say? What would you say to an apology you don't want to accept?
Your apology don't mean shit to me.
There you go.
Uh, go on and get out of my face, man. Giving you the grace to walk away right now. So
I'm
yeah,
sorry, Mr. Video Game. Oh, Yakuza, good.
yeah, it's all yeah. I talked
It's all
about how
good.
you used to buy video games and I would play them all, so it was great for me. Uh, I played 90% of Yaku's video games. Yaku played 10% of his own video games. So
Yeah, so that
yeah.
was his thank you.
Oh Lord, Marina,
Strumming my pen with his fingers.
you up here hitting that Lauryn Hill,
Yeah.
singing my life with his word. Yeah, that's that old school. Singing that X Factor, that
Yo, I
Miseducation. If you know what that is, if you
I
know what that is, Marina, I take my hat off to you. That X Factor was real. I was like, damn, that man did her dirty. Did her wrong.
I know. I think we got a new member of the boat gang over here.
Oh
And
yeah, you know.
they're kicking me out. Still doing that. Might as well keep some games in its package and make it a collectible. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But you know,
Might
Yaku,
as well.
sometimes you gotta enjoy it. You just gotta enjoy it. Killing me softly. Yeah.
Mitch is over
But
there
yeah,
being
yeah, I'm just getting roasted. But it's all good.
it is.
But
It's
Jr.
done out of love.
Yeah, Jr. Yeah, that was a really really good comment as well.
Yeah,
So,
that was a great comment. That was a great
yeah,
comment.
that was a great comment.
Great
Something
comment.
that we didn't really think about.
Most definitely.
Nice one on your end. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. We do these Instagram lives every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern time. And if you guys find this video content of value, you guys can show your appreciation by donating any amount that you feel is equal to the value of this video. I've said it once already. Justin, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good if you got my PayPal information wrong. It's an E in there. But if y'all real talk, if y'all want to, just hit my profile. I'll put in my link tree. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? It's COVID time. So, you know, if you do what you can. If not, it's all good. Thank y'all though.
Yeah. And yeah, we need more people in the bubble gang, and y'all could kick me out. It's all good. But yeah, thank you.
There's no bubble gang without you, Mitchell.
I didn't feel it yet. I don't accept that.
I didn't apologize, so it doesn't matter.
That wasn't an apology. That wasn't an apology. Stealing my boba money. But thank you guys. Thank you for real, guys. Like you guys always come back and show a lot of support. Also, send us a topic if you guys ever want us to talk about anything specific. We'd love to do that. But until next time, we're out.
Man, take it easy, man.
All right, take it easy. Peace.